Standing barefoot in the mud, Alaa Al-Shawish clutches an empty container at a crowded water station in central Gaza, enduring the winter cold as she searches desperately for clean water for her family. Forced to flee Gaza City due to relentless bombardments, her family now shelters in a makeshift tent in Deir al-Balah, a place fraught with its own dangers. "This isn't living," Alaa laments, her voice heavy with emotion. "Every day, I pray for an end to this suffering. We have no food, no water, nothing." Tragically, the freezing conditions have already claimed the lives of several Palestinians, including at least 5 infants. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, has issued a dire warning that more infants are at risk of dying as the cold persists. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, all the infants who succumbed to hypothermia were under a month old, with a 2-year-old also among the victims. Yahya al-Batran, the father of 20-day-old Juma, heartbreakingly recounts his loss. "I watched my child freeze to death," he says, cradling the lifeless body of his son. The cold has claimed adult lives too, with a nurse found dead in his tent in Al-Mawasi after succumbing to the harsh weather. With temperatures dropping to 10 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Fahrenheit, compounded by strong winds and relentless rain, the displaced are left to battle these unbearable conditions. Heavy rainfall has added to the misery, flooding makeshift shelters across Gaza. The Gaza Civil Defense has received hundreds of distress calls from families whose tents were inundated with water, damaging their few possessions and rendering many shelters unusable. In Deir al-Balah, families are seen shoveling mud, while their drenched bedding and clothes bear witness to the unrelenting rain. Over 1,500 tents have been submerged under 30 centimeters of rainwater, according to reports. UNRWA highlights the urgency of delivering blankets, warm clothing, and other essentials currently awaiting approval to enter Gaza. However, humanitarian aid remains critically low, with just 1,290 aid trucks entering the Strip last week, a stark contrast to the pre-war average of 500 trucks per day. Salem Abu Amra, enduring the harsh conditions with his family in a makeshift tent, describes the desperate reality. "Our tent is flooded and my children are freezing. They need proper shelter, warm clothes, something to help us survive."